Come on up in here. Come on up in here. Once again, let's fellowship. Hold on. Let me get this prepared. Told you we was gonna talk about it. Hold on. Let me do this right quick so we can get right to it. Because we need to talk about this. This is a very, 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 very serious topic. This ain't to be played with. You know? Yeah, this is not a laughing matter. Make sure you get in here. I need young people to see this video. Help me out. Mr. Reed, thank you for the 10. Thank you. Appreciate that. But do me a favor. There's some teenagers that need to see this. It's some people, man, that's in their early 20s, 30s, 40s, of all ages that need to see this video, but especially to the youth that think they untouchable. By all means, hit the like button. Blessings to everybody. Mo know what's going on with it. Make them likes touch 200. We already going on 300 people. Yeah, I need you to go ahead and hit that like button for me so we can get right to it. I told you we was getting, right to it. And I know that y'all getting tired of me saying this, but this shouldn't take long. It shouldn't take long. I know they're like, oh, here he go again. Ray Gun, appreciate the 2. Razor, what's going on, fam? Give you guys a little time to get up in here. If you notice, I just put Gina's name in. I didn't put Nick Cannon's name in there. I didn't put Chief Keef's name in there. I didn't put Chris Brown's name in there. And the reason why I didn't put Chris Brown, Nick, Chief Keef, and whoever else, that she say she was around, and we're going to get into that, was because how would you feel if somebody say they got full-blown AIDS and they say, yeah, I was hanging around Jay Sanders. I was around King Drew. I was around Mo No. I was around Kevo. Like, you know what I mean? I'm treating people like I would want to be treated. I know that, as a YouTubers, you got to be hungry for the views, and to build your platform up. But I wouldn't want my name to be involved in that if I don't have that. Appreciate the 5. You know what I'm saying? I want to treat you like I would treat myself. I wouldn't want my name in the title with nothing that got anything to do with full-blown AIDS. I wouldn't. That's why I didn't even put their name in the title. I know that helped, build the population of people, the audience and things like that. But I had to look at it from my perspective. Man, I wouldn't want my name in the title with no mess like that. These celebrities is people too. They human beings too. You know what I'm saying? And it's a possibility that, they had no physical dealings with her. It's a possibility, but we gonna talk. I'm gonna get up in here. But, even if they did, you know what I'm saying? It's still a great possibility that God was merciful and they don't have that in their body. Oh, this game is always brought to us by the game and Fiji water. Yeah, I hope, matter of fact, you already know I keeps the Fiji on deck. Can't get enough of water. Told y'all to put the juice down, put the pop down, put the liquor down. You know what I mean? And put that water in your body. That water is your friend. That water, that fruit, and them vegetables, yeah, them your bodyguards. Hold on. I feel renewed. Get my likes up to that 300, man. Yeah, we seen the video, bro. That's not a revelation to me. That's not a revelation. I seen the video. I also seen pictures with her with Nick. I could have used that as a thumbnail. Come on, man. I'm sinful to P. That ain't no revelation. I'm still treating people like people, though. Why am I hating on liquor? Oh, my bad, man. You know you want to get your liquor on, do your thing. You know, but that's for me. When a woman smell my breath, I don't want her to smell no liquor, no weed, or none of that, you know? Damn, what Nation say? Nation usually cool. I hope Nation ain't say nothing crazy. Hold on, let me do this so I can see the comment section myself. Let me do this. Hold on, let's see and get set up so we can get deep into this. The plant-based truck, appreciate that. Okay, now, listen. As you know, well, some of you don't, Gina Tew is 27 years old. Some people been saying, shout out to my brother, I heard O'Shea said she was 25, but from what most people are saying is that she's 27. So, of course, I haven't seen the birth certificate, but I'm just going to believe that she's 27. Brother, appreciate that too. Blessings to you. I'm just going to believe that she's 27 because too many sources are on one accord that are considered reliable. They're saying that she's 27 years old. You know? So, again, right, if she's born in 95, then no. You know, it may know somebody math off. You know, it may know she's not 25. But Clifton, appreciate the 10. So if she's 27 and she said that she came in contact with this sexually transmitted, incurable, deadly disease, and matter of fact, let me take incurable off because they have a cure. Let me take the incurable off. They have a cure. If you got enough money, you can have it. If you're broke, you're dying. It's as simple as that. If you don't have the currency, then in simplicity, you're dying. If you got enough money, you can get it. They have a cure. It's just, can you afford it? Can you afford life? And if you can't afford life, well, you die. As simple as that. You know what I mean? Get my likes up, man. Come on. Young people need to hear this. Shouldn't even have to tell y'all. If we got 667 people in here, there should already be 667 likes. But yes, if you can afford life, then they will help you live. But if you can't, then you die. It's simple. And isn't it sad that with all the sexual performances that you did, you know, all the dicks that you sucked, the dicks that you rolled on, the people that said, I love you, you're so beautiful. You know, the things that, and listen, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but by me being sinful to P, I got to come through with the sword. I'm not trying to make this thing pretty because there ain't nothing pretty about full-blown AIDS. So I just got to give you the ugly because sin is ugly. The wages of sin is death. Ain't nothing pretty about that. So I'm not about to give you some Disneyland story. But ain't it fucked up that after you done swallowed all that nut, you done sucked all this dick, you done got fucked, that none of these celebrities, none of these rich dicks, none of them rich celebrity dicks that you fucked and sucked on will help you live. That's what nobody has brung out as a talking point. After you've done all of this sucking and fucking, you sucked on this singer, you fucked this popular rapper, you fucked this CEO, you fucked this founder, you fucked this one that was clouded up. He put you on the platform, got you clouded up. But with everything that was said, everything that, you understand me, was said to you. I love you. You're so beautiful. You look that good. Evidently, you don't look that good. You wasn't that beautiful. You wasn't fine enough for them to make some financial sacrifices so you can live. You opened your mouth. You opened your legs. But these millionaires won't even open up their bank account to help you live. They willing to allow you to die. What am I saying? Oh man, I have to bring it because I have to basically destroy in order to build. Before the truth can be established, I got to abolish some things first. There's some things that got to be destroyed. That youthful lust that you got, man, you need to let that go. Appreciate that 10. That youthful lust, that lust, yeah, it's a temporary feeling, man, that comes and goes. But them diseases, man, you know, that shit right there, as like we say in the street, that shit right there, my nigga, yeah, that's gonna take you out. That's gonna make you accelerate to your expiration date. That's gonna help you see your appointment with death real soon. All of the fucking. Ooh, he had some good dick. Ooh, he tasted my pussy. Ooh, I fucked him. Ooh, he was #1 on the Billboard charts. Remember him? Yeah, he had that one single. Yeah, all of that. You fucking sucked on all of them. Where are they today? You have not yet to hear one celebrity reach out to help this girl. Everybody had a good time. Everybody done did their thing with you. After everybody put the nut graffiti on your face. After everybody put their nut graffiti on your booty. After everybody did nutted inside you. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers to sit up there and help you come. But they're not gonna help you come up on some life. They're not gonna spend no dollars to help you get with life. I want to stress that point before I move on to anything else. All these people she say she was around. In other words, she watching her words carefully. She never said she had sex. She said she was around. Yeah, she got to watch her words. These are multimillionaires. They got some cold lawyers. And if she don't have her I's dotted and her T's crossed, she'll fuck around and be in jail. Especially if they found out that she been carrying around that death in her body, and they can find anything that's saying that she was knowledgeable of having it. Yes, it's gonna be looking like jail and prison around here. So when somebody tell you, yeah, I was around, why would a person tell you that they was around somebody in a circumstance like that? They indirectly but directly letting you know. Them ain't the only 3 that I'm pretty sure that she sucked and fucked on. That's probably just the biggest that she sucked and fucked on. Think about that. That's what, in her mind, that's what she consider, A-list celebrities. Which, she ain't lying. Them A-list, Chris Brown, A-list. Chief Keef, Nick Cannon with the money, hell yeah. Nick got that, and listen, let me tell you something. If anybody got the bread to help her live, it's Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got more money than you could take Chris Brown money and you could put it with Chief Keef money and it still wouldn't be Nick Cannon money. Nick don't flex like that. So a lot of y'all don't know where Nick financially is. But I knew that Nick was on another level, when he said certain things, certain investments and stuff that he's been making for years. And not just that, I remember when he had made that one little corny ass song, you know what I mean, that he had got more money, you know what I mean, than Jay-Z, and he was just going through certain things and naming certain shit. The boy money is long. Nick don't brag about his money. It's so many people that don't know how long the boy bag is. He don't even put it out there. But he's out there. If anybody can help this girl stay on this earth, it's Nick Cannon. Did you hear it's Nick. And so, again, I want to repeat that talking point one more time. After all the sucking and fucking, y'all say y'all seen them coming out the hotel. I seen it too. I seen the pictures with them together. I seen him get, you know what I mean, in the truck. I seen her get in the taxi cab. I seen that shit. That was during the time that, you know, him and Mariah was split up at the time. Yeah, I seen that shit. But guess what? Whatever they did, watch this. I want you to just think about what I'm getting ready to say. Whatever she did to him physically in that hotel, whatever she did, no matter how much dick she took, no matter how much nut she sucked, and guess what? After she sit up there and swallowed all the 12 tribes of Israel from Dick Cannon, you see Dick Cannon ain't trying to sit up there and spend no money to help her live. You think he got lupus? No, I don't think he got lupus. He does have lupus. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Do you see him helping her trying to live? No. Get my likes up. Get my likes up over 500. Now, of course, we on the outside looking in. We don't know their relationship. She could have said something, did something that was foul. She could have did some crafty shit. We don't know their history. We on the outside looking in. But Nick professes to be this Christian, which I don't care for Christianity, but he professed to be the Christian, you know what I mean, and faith in God and all of that. I'm pretty sure that it would be, you know, a very, you know, as the scripture says, God loves a cheerful giver. You know, and it would be a blessing if he was so cheerful to help give this girl, you understand me, a chance to keep living. Yeah, that would be a blessing. But as you see, you haven't heard anything about Nick Cannon. Today's news, Nick Cannon is going, you ain't heard none of that. So with all of the sucking, again, all of the sucking, all of the fucking, all of the back shots, all of the riding, all of ooh, you know, was it worth it? What shall a woman exchange for her soul? Appreciate the 10. Get my likes up, man. Y'all playing. We got over 1,000 people up in here. I told you that I want this message to get out to the youth, and you playing with the likes? I want the youth to hear this message. So by all means, hit the like button. By all means, get them likes up. But yeah, man, I want you to stay focused on that. Ain't nobody trying to help that girl live. She has full-blown AIDS, and none of them millionaires is trying to help her live. So you think about that next time your little pussy get wet, you know what I mean, and you know, some celebrity that you think that's handsome, you know what I mean, or doing this thing at that time, you know, because you got to remember what she said. She said that she don't know who she got it from. Matter of fact, let me let y'all hear that. Let's listen to that. Give me just 1 second. Hold on. All right.
So I guess it's time for story time. Everyone keeps asking how I got AIDS. I didn't know I had AIDS. I just got sick one day, started fainting, fevers, then I got really weak, and I was going to the doctors, and no one knew what was wrong. They just kept assuming cancer, cervical cancer, lesions, and then I had some doctors saying, no, you're perfectly fine, like there's nothing wrong with you. But eventually, a doctor was like, did you know you have AIDS? And I'm like, no, because I wasn't getting checked like I should have as much as I was supposed to. So I didn't know.
I wasn't getting checked out like I was supposed to. I'm going to let her finish. But I just want to stop it right there. Just in case if you didn't hear. In fact, let me rewind that back a little bit. Some folk need to hear that. I wasn't getting checked out like I was supposed to. I was getting fucked. I was getting my cheeks clapped. I was having a good time. But I wasn't getting checked out. I was giving the pussy to the community. I was sleeping with celebrities, getting no currency. But I wasn't getting checked out. Some of y'all are fucking quite frequently, on a daily, some every other day. When was the last time you've been checked out? When was the last time that you've been checked out? I want you to think about that. You know what I mean? When was the last time you've been checked out? And listen, I'm not trying to make you laugh because it's natural for us to see somebody, and as soon as we see them, if we're attracted to that person, to be turned on. So I'm not coming through here with condemnation. That's not what I'm coming through with. Cause I done seen some women today, and as soon as I seen them, my mind was like, I was like, hold on. Wait a minute, you're a fine motherfucker. It's just natural. So I don't listen, I don't want you to think that we don't have them thoughts. Because we do. We be having them thoughts. Sin ain't sitting over here being no hypocrite. No, we have them thoughts. But guess what? I don't want to have them thoughts and then the doctor tell me something that I don't want to hear, and then I go from, you understand me? I go from basically, you understand me, Joe to see I want to freak you. I go from this. I wanna freak you. Oh. I go from that, and then when the doctor tell me something that I don't want to hear, all of a sudden, I'm feeling like this now. I've allowed you to make me feel. Hold on, what you mean? Hold on, what you mean? I got what? Oh, hell no. Oh, they tripping, fooling, man. You so easily. I don't want to listen. I don't want to go through this. Hold on, what you mean seeing gat? Oh man, no. My mom ain't raised me like this. Oh hell no. What you mean I'm working for UPS? I've been dropping off them packages? Hell no. I don't want to feel like that. You did? So you have to be checked out. You got to be checked out, man. You know, you have to be checked out. Now, many of you already know, and a few of you are new. But of course, before I got into the lifestyle, I had no experiences with no diseases whatsoever. And this lets you know how frequently niggas be fucking. Pay attention, ladies. This just show you how niggas ain't shit and how motherfuckers be fucking. Because at the time I had just got in the game, and many of you know, you know what I mean, that sin came into contact with gonorrhea. You know what I mean? This was my first and my last time coming in contact with a sexually transmitted disease. And because of my background and what I come from, people like me don't come in contact with this. You know, people like me, we be thinking we invincible, man. You know what I mean? I come out of holiness. I'm a nicer. Like, people like me don't run into no shit like this. Now, of course, my mother and my grandmother, these were my best friends. You know, as you know, they gone. But we used to talk about everything. And I just remember like just telling them about everything. And do you know my mama was clowning me to my girl? She's like, now see, Mama, do you hear him? Now he out here, he wanna be a pimp and be in the lifestyle, but the devil ain't show him the other. You used to know how old folks, but the devil ain't show him the other side of the grass. See, he thought that that one side was green, but the devil ain't show him the other side. The devil ain't show him that he was gonna be leaking in his drawers. See, Philip think that he just so handsome, and he think he God's gift to the world, and he think he just gonna be slick talking all of the women. But look at him now, he leaking in his drawers. See, he thought that he was gonna be out there speaking. No, but he's out there leaking in his drawers. And grandma was like, "You gotta go, baby. You gotta go. You got." So listen, I told y'all about that time, man. I come, you know what I mean, to the clinic and things. And shout out to Rob Bass. He know my mom. He know mom ain't play. So I'm quite embarrassed. You know, those that know my history, you know, I used to be saved and a young minister, and for me to backslide and come into the streets, and this is my introduction. It was like, wait a minute, things was cool, but you ain't show me this part. And wait a minute, even before I get to the clinic, let me tell you about that one time I'm in the car with Freeze. And anybody that ever campaigned with Freeze know that when he see a fine, thick ass bitch, he's loud as hell. So okay, me and Freeze at this time, you know, I got the newly gonorrhea in my body. You know what I'm saying? At this time, you know what I mean, I'm not leaking like a Puerto Rican at this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm new with the shit. You know, but I'm not really new because it's painful. Every time my dick would get hard, listen to me, young nigga. Every time my dick would get hard or I would have to piss, it was that, oh my God. That's exactly, oh my God. It was that. You know what I mean? So listen, I sit up there, you know what I mean? I'm in the car, you know what I mean, with Freeze. And this nigga sit up there and he looks at this thick ass bitch just walking. He like, this bitch thick as hell. Damn. It was the way he said it. And instantly I looked at the bitch and she was fine and thick as hell. I should have never looked at that bitch. As soon as I looked at that bitch, my dick instantly got on hard. And it was the, oh my God. It was the, oh my God, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And, nigga, Freeze was like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, man, I'm all right. But I'm suffering. I got the, oh my God, going on in my drawers. So look, man, fast forward. I'm at the clinic. Soon as I come to the clinic, right? You know what I mean? I come to the clinic. I'm embarrassed like a motherfucker. But Nurse Poopy, and said, I remember her name. See, this is when you know it's embarrassing in your life. Yup, my dick felt just like them fire emojis. But yeah, man, Nurse Poopy, man, she was a sweet lady. I could tell that, you know, she had something with God too, because she just looked at me. She said, you, baby, you not from here, is you? I said, no, ma'am. She said, baby, she had that voice just like in Biggie's song. Baby, stand around here around the corner, baby. Baby, this ain't nothing but trouble. All your life, baby, I told you that you could be some. And look at you now, Biggie. You know what I mean? She had that. She was talking to me like that. Somebody should have came in with the music too. But anyway, she like, you not from here? No, ma'am. Where you from, baby? From Chicago. She's like, oh, okay. You just out here in Vegas? She's like, okay, go ahead, let me see it. So, you know what I mean? I take my dick out, you know what I mean? And she see all that pus, you know what I mean, coming out the mouth of my dick, you know what I mean? And she's like, oh, and instantly, you know what she said? She's like, yeah, but baby, I can tell you've been messing with, and this ain't no disrespect, but this is what she said. Nurse Poopy said, you've been messing with one of them California girls, haven't you? And the hoe that I had at that time, Yes, she was California born and raised. I said, with my head in shame, yes, ma'am. She was like, oh, baby, you can't be messing with them Cali girls. They're a little too fast, baby. And see, I could just look at you, boy. You straight up out the church house. You could nice young man. I could just tell that you come from a nice family and you're sitting up here messing with these fast girls. You know what I mean? Them California girls, baby, they fast, baby. You know, Nurse Poopy was originally from the South, but she had been on the West Coast for a minute. She was like, you can them Cali girls, they fast, baby. So, you know what I mean? Listen, and you young niggas better listen hard. When that woman took that Q-tip and she put it inside listen, when she was trying to fit that shit in my motherfucking dick, oh my God, nigga, some of the worst pain you will experience in your life. Now, you already know as men, if we can't even take that, let alone with these women giving birth and all of this shit, but my God, nigga, this is some of the worst pain that you would experience in your life. Took that Q-tip, you understand me, opened up the dick mouth and tried to stick, and was trying to stick. I'm like, what the hell? Right. Oh my God, nigga, yes. You know what I mean? It was going off. So, long story short, of course, she said, that baby, she said, you gonna have to, you can't have sex. You can't do nothing for 2 weeks. She didn't even know. When she said 2 weeks, I'm in my mind like 2 years, 2 centuries, 2 millenniums, 2 eternities. I'm not even thinking about no pussy right now after this pain that I just experienced. And you putting this Q-tip, trying to squeeze that shit, trying to motherfucking, you understand me, push that in my dick. Just imagine that. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I can't, but whatever size you're, just imagine, you know what I mean? You are what you are. And she trying to take a Q-tip and she trying to sit up there and put this by your dick mouth and you got motherfucking gonorrhea. Listen, this is what I meant by niggas be fucking on the regular. I sit up there and have a conversation with, the homies when I went back to the Shy. You know, man, because that's how we do. I understand that, when pimps get on social media, we got to be pimped the fuck out. You know what I mean? But when we go back home, and when the people that really knew us from the ground up, especially of those that was Crips, Bloods, GDs, BDs, Vice Lords, or if you was blessed to be one of the modes. But yeah, man, when you go back home and when you talking to your own and shit, niggas that know you from the ground up, it's the spirit of liberty and comfortability there that's not with others, you know what I mean, in this capacity. So I began to talk to some of my niggas, and a nigga sit up there and tell me, he said, oh man, I forgot. Damn, you know what I mean? You was living safe all of them years, so yeah, of course, yeah, you missed that. Damn, this is your first time, huh? I was like, first time? Nigga, how many times you didn't experience this? Motherfucker told me he didn't have 5 run-ins, you know what I mean, with gonorrhea. See, this is what I mean. Niggas be looking at gonorrhea. This is when you know you just out there just fucking, just out there just giving your dick a party. Anytime where you just look at gonorrhea, like somebody just pinched you or something, and you just keep going. Like, oh man, this nigga, he tripping, man. Phil tripping, man. He crying over some gonorrhea. Nigga, we been having gonorrhea. Nigga, this your first time? Nigga, you too old to be, oh man. Nigga, you 23 years old, nigga, and this your first time running? They was looking at me like, nigga, you crying about gonorrhea. Listen, when they gave me that type of reaction, I knew that God had blessed me, and I appreciated my mother. I was like, man, listen, man, if y'all was running into gonorrhea, man, when y'all was too, you know what I mean? I didn't know nothing about that. So yes, my first and my last time running into a sexually, of course, curable, disease was at the age of 23 years old, man, gonorrhea. And, by the mercies of God and this good game, Now, of course, I got to throw that out there too before we get back into this. What I want to put out there to you, you know what I mean, is this game is a blessing. And the reason why the game is a blessing is because the game brings standards. And I just remember the mature, you know, how I evolved, how the maturity that I had once I got out that correctional facility. My maturity was on a whole nother level. Usually when somebody get out of correctional facility, they want to reside and abide in some pussy immediately. That wasn't on my mind. It was on my mind, but it wasn't on my mind. What you mean it was on your mind? Meaning that I'm a human being. So it's quite natural if a motherfucker ain't been inside some pussy since Jesus was crucified for me to get out there, you know what I mean, and try to glorify my dick, you know what I mean, and throw my dick a party. But due to the fact that when I got out of prison, I didn't have nothing, and for me to make the physical sacrifices, because unlike you niggas, you know, today to be going in jail and prison and getting out looking like Lil J, you know, real convicts, you know, when you do time, you supposed to come out looking better. Yeah, the muscles supposed to be bigger. Yeah, you supposed to get out either on swole or you supposed to get out defined. Especially if you've been doing some years in prison. You ain't supposed to be coming out fat, looking like trash, garbage. No. I don't know. But, you know, when I got out, you know, not bragging anything, but yes, Sim was right. You know? And nigga, at that time, I was so focused on my pimping. You know, I was so focused on pimping, I didn't have time for all of that. And when Freeze sat up there and brought me to that Minnesota, you know what I mean? We hit Minnesota after I got out of prison. Check it out. You know, many of you heard this story, but I'm just going to run it by one more time and just show you how standards saves your life. Standards, whether it be in spirituality, even standards in carnality. You need standards. Standards is your bodyguard. Standards is your security. Standards is going to protect you from diseases. Standards will protect you from prison. Standards will protect you from an early graveyard. You need standards. The reason why R. Kelly is in prison, God forbid, I don't want that for Rob, but the reason why R. Kelly is in the circumstance that he's in today is because he didn't have standards. And that's not to shit on him, because I know, you know, I got a lot of R. Kelly fans that be at my platform, but that's just giving the irrefutable truth. The reason why R. Kelly is in the circumstance that he's in, because he did not have standards. Standards would have protected him from all of this. Standards. You need standards. Standards will protect you from broke bitches. Standards will protect you, ladies. Standards will protect you from niggas with diseases. Standards will protect you from broke ass niggas with no ambition. Standards. Standards will protect you from getting your heart broke by a married man. Standards. You need standards. Standards is your security. There's no security on earth. I don't care what the feds can even provide you. The security that the feds even provide for the greatest snitches of all time cannot compare against standards. You need standards, principles that live by, to die by. You need standards. All right? So check it out. Because of my standards, because of what I wanted, because I knew what I wanted when I got out of prison, even though I didn't financially have anything, I had everything because of my mindset. As a man thinketh, so is he. So when I got out, I had plenty of opportunities to enjoy myself and some good ass pussy. But man, I wasn't thinking about coming. I was thinking about coming up. So make a long story short, when I was in Minnesota, you know what I mean? I think it was Club Aqua, but we ended up meeting at the club. Some of y'all already know the story. Little beautiful thing, you know what I mean? Pretty, gorgeous little Mexican and whatever else she was mixed with. She was gorgeous. Even her friend was gorgeous. She was talking to Freeze. You know, Freeze was talking to the friend. I was talking to her. Long story short, you know what I mean? We end up going to, you know what I mean, back to my room. You know what I mean? At that time, I think I was staying at the at the uh, uh, at the Hyatt. If you've never been at the Hyatt, you know what I mean? If you ever stay at downtown Minneapolis, you want to stay at the Hyatt. Oh man, the basketball court, the gym there, the room service, and then you could even stay across the street at the Millennium, I think it's called. But really, the Hyatt is where you want to go if you want a real pimpage, campaign. Anytime I come to downtown Minneapolis, I'm trying to stay at the Hyatt. Um, but yeah, man, she at the room and everything. We talking, we chopping it up and everything. She lusting because, of course, anybody know me, I'm a flirt. I'm one of the coldest flirts on earth. I'm flirting with her, telling her, all the good things that a Boston baked bean head ass bitch would want to hear. I'm giving her a whole all buffet of this shit. And so it get to the point where now she's seducing. She's trying to entice me to go there with her. But because of my standards and because of what I wanted from the game at that time, that wasn't even on my mind. And like I told her, listen, I would love to go. What man wouldn't want to go there with you? Look at you. That's the best definition of enjoyment. Being inside of you. But of course, at this particular time, no, this is not. In all simplicity, I was like, this is not the appointed time for that. Of course, I want something more than that from you, than some little cheap thrill, a cheap little moment. I'm not on that. And of course, by me pretty much shooting her down and denying her, of course, that not only turned her on and intensified her desires, to even go there, but as we kept talking, she ended up admitting to me. Now, of course, it's not full-blown AIDS, but at the same time, she admitted to me that, she had herpes. And that just goes to show you that she was willing to open up her legs and let me fuck. And 9 out of 10, she would have let me raw dilla, but of course, standards protected me from that. But she was going to let me fuck knowingly that she had herpes. She said, I can't do that, to you. So I said, wait a minute. So you was going to allow me, She's like, I'm sorry. And start, crying and all of that. But yeah, she admitted to me that she had herpes. And that's not the first time that the mercies of God in this game has protected me, from deadly situations, nasty, ungodly, unpimpish situations like that. Touch your neighbor and say standards. Then touch your other neighbor and say saved by the game. If I did not have standards and I came out with the mindset that pretty much damn near all convicts, come out of prison with, then sin would have had herpes. If I came out with the nigga mindset when he get out of prison, ooh, I just gotta get some pussy, I gotta fuck. If I came out with that shit, then yes, I would have that. But by the mercies of God and the goodness of this game, no, I don't have no goddamn herpes. God is good. And the game is good too. Do me a favor. Get them likes up. We should at least been at 900 by now. You're slacking on the likes. I need the youth to hear these testimonies and the things that I'm saying, the things of intelligence and all the substance that I'm conveying and saying within this video. I definitely need for you to hit the like button right now. I want them notifications to go out there. I want all the recommendations that I can get for the video. So by all means, give me all the likes. Now, getting back to this game that I never really left, because when I was testifying, I was all in the game. But with this situation, you know what I'm saying? Them brothers need to get checked out. And I'm talking to somebody right now. You need to get checked out too. Because see, let me just say this. I don't want to, scare you, but this is just the truth. You can have that deadly, incurable disease in your body and you don't have any physical, no symptoms is showing. See, I know the nigga mindset. First of all, niggas don't like courtrooms and hospitals. No, especially a street nigga. Street nigga be like, man, ain't nothing wrong with my dick, ain't nothing burning, everything still getting on hard, everything cool. But everybody's body is different. Everybody's body responds differently at different times. So you just might have that in your body right now. And you're totally ignorant. And this is what I want to say to you. Some of you might got something in your body, but if you get it checked up right now, at least you're at a time right now in your life. If you are knowledgeable of what you have in your body, then you can fight it right now. Don't find out too late to the point where it don't matter whether or not you try to fight it. It's pretty much a done data. It's best to find out now. You don't want to be no woman walking around talking about it's been in my body for damn near 10 years. She talking about I didn't get checked out like I was supposed to. Now, one thing I will say, there's a possibility that you could get checked out and it didn't show up that time. That is possible. So when she said I wasn't getting checked up, like I was supposed to, that could be accurate, but something tells me that, And let me also say this. I just got to. I know some people gonna feel offended. But you gotta stop letting the appearance be the interference. You gotta stop thinking just because a person looks a certain way that they don't have that. You gotta stop thinking because she looks like a nice white girl or a nice light-skinned girl, or, because she got this college background, or, she seems cool, that she don't have it. Because we didn't have a conversation and we didn't exchange biographies and we know each other's history, and now the temperature is on comfortability. Well, now you ready to get into the pussy. No, you still need to get that checked out. Stop letting the appearance be the interference from you seeing what shit really is. Oh man, she's a sweet little light-skinned thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to be able to hit this and go on about my business. Yeah, this cool. Don't even know that she got something so motherfucking deadly in her body. And look at her, just as short and little as she want to be, carrying around something right now that'll cancel your subscription. Delete your motherfucking ass. Just as little and tiny. And listen, man, I seen one video I had to turn. That's how fucked up the video was. I couldn't take it. She was so small that she could barely get up. I had to go. I had to go because it reminded me of certain people. I've seen full-blown AIDS take people out. I've seen it. And it's not a pretty sight. I remember one guy by the name of Tron. Tron, was built. You know what I mean? Tron was a gangbanger. His mother was a woman of God. His mother attended the same congregation that I went to, the Way of Holiness Mission in Chicago. His mother was a true woman of God, And, but Tron wanted to gangbang. And he did just that. Now, we're going to keep it all the way 100. He was a gangbanger. He was GD. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was big GD. He wasn't playing no games. When Tron was gang banging, Tron was gang banging. You better watch what you even say in church. If you the ops Tron will get off on you in church. He's that type of gangbanger. He's that type of gangster. He got them type of demons. That's how he was. But Tron ended up getting involved in some things. And yeah, he ended up coming up, man, with that full blown. He ended up coming up with that shit. And we watched him go from a muscular nigga that Tron used to sit up there, man, and sit up there, you understand me, and throw that weight around, because, you know, he stayed bench pressing. We, you know, watch this guy that used to throw, you know what I mean, 300 pounds, 350, all that stuff, just throwing it around, man. Man, that nigga was so skinny, man. He went from a muscular dude to somebody that looked like he was like 130 or 125 pounds by the grace of God. It was an ugly sight. You know what I mean? He became thinner and thinner. He got sicker and sicker. It wasn't a good sight. He got small. Very small. You know? Embarrassing small. It's so many. Listen, man, I can go live and talk about Chicago stories. It's so many Chicago stories. Oh my God. But listen, you know what I mean? He was what every woman pretty much would like. You know, Tron was what women would consider to be a handsome man. But he died young. He didn't get a chance to keep being a father to his children. He died very young. He was taken out of here. I seen it, man. I seen it take out a minister that used to one of the coldest preachers of all time. But he didn't have no stability in Christ. He was in Christ and out of Christ. What do I mean by that? He would be saved, living for God, then he would backslide. He wanted to play with that homosexual demon. You know, one minute he'll be living for God, next minute, that's one thing about him, he ain't in no hypocrisy. Next minute, one minute you'll see him with a suit on, preaching God's word, being used, yoked up under the Holy Ghost, anointed, preaching the word. Next thing you know, you'll hear about him, you know what I mean, in a dress, out there with all the rest of his homegirls, out there getting it. You know what I mean? On some It's Raining Man type shit. You know? And he wanted to keep going back and forth, backsliding. You know? No stability. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. But God, as the scripture says, his spirit shall not always strive with man. And he stopped striving with this minister that I'm talking about. He ended up getting full blown too. And he looked terrible. He was very small in his last days. Terrible. I've yet to see anybody with full blown AIDS that when they die, they were still handsome or the woman was still fine and pretty. Listen, sin is ugly. Transgressions is ugly. Iniquity is ugly. Abominations is ugly. Ain't no way, it ain't no clean way to put it. I've seen some people in that casket that didn't look like the person that I knew. Looked like a completely different person. I said, who the hell is this? I looked in the casket. Who the fuck is this? Seriously, who is this? Who is this woman? This ain't the fine woman that I knew. Oh no. Did they mess up on the embalmment? Did they embalm this person right? Why are you looking like this? This person got an extra 30-something years on them. But that's what sin do. The wages of sin is death. Sin is ugly. Ain't nothing pretty about sin. I've seen it from a child on up. That shit ain't nothing to play with. Nothing. I've seen it get the pretty, the fine, and what the women consider to be handsome. Yeah, I've seen it take. Yeah, that when that full blown come in, yeah, it take that out too. None of that fine shit, pretty shit, handsome shit. It don't matter no more. Once that come in, they all pretty much die ugly. Maybe you seen some pretty or gorgeous folk that had full blown and they died looking the same. But me, I've yet to see it. Every person that died with full blown AIDS in their body died and looked a damn fool in that casket. I couldn't say it, of course, at the church, because you got to be nice at church. You got to, keep it, what I mean? Because the family is mourning and everything like that. But man, I've yet to see anybody die with full-blown AIDS in their body and die handsome or die pretty or die gorgeous or die, no. They all died looking terrible. And as far as Easy is concerned, I don't even want to speak on that situation because I don't think that Easy got that from sex. So that's a waste of time to even talk about that. I think that Easy E situation is some other shit. I don't think, as much as Easy was fucking, how is it that he fucking all of these bitches and don't nobody else got it? Didn't no child get it? Didn't none of the baby mamas get it? Didn't none of the hoochies get it? No, man, I'm not going. That Easy E shit was some other shit. I don't know who set Easy up, but that shit was not through sex. Do you not understand that back in the day, hood niggas used to think that once you got AIDS, you was a homosexual. They called that the homosexual disease. Niggas didn't even know that you could even get that from a bitch. That's why niggas was raw dogging. And then let me put this in proper perspective. The 90s is the freakiest. But we not gonna lie, the 80s had some good music too to get down. You know what I'm saying? But man, listen, y'all gotta understand. I think Easy went out in 95. Shit, by that time, R. Kelly and all of them was out, man. The 90s, man, everybody was fucking. And let's just be real. The women liked Easy. Yeah, they liked Easy. Yeah, they liked his little ass. Now, me personally, I like that daughter of his. You know what I mean? I forgot the name of her. I think her name Remarkable or something like that. Yeah, well, yeah, she thick than a motherfucker too. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep it real. He got another daughter too. Now, see, the one that Tamika had, that's the finest. You know what? I won't use the word finest. I say she's the prettiest. She's the prettiest. Yeah, the prettiest one is the one Tamika had. And that, like I said, that Easy situation is a sad situation because the girl that I'm talking about, she ain't lived nothing like her siblings. Because Tamika got all the money. So the daughter that I'm talking about, if you go to her page, she ain't got nothing but white girlfriends and other black girlfriends that was rich just like her. You know? No, she not light bright. The one I'm talking about, she pretty much just like me. She like peanut butter. You know, just probably might be a little shade lighter, but she not light skinned. You know what I mean? She beautiful and brown. You know? Yeah, I must admit. And that oldest daughter, well, I ain't gonna get into that, but shout out to her. You know what I mean? She cool, you know? She cool. But yeah, man, I don't even like talking about that situation. That wasn't no that wasn't no sex thing. We know who took Easy out. Man, knock that shit off, man. I don't even want to hear all of that. Don't even put that shit on Suge. I think Suge was just talking shit, really. Yeah, I think Suge was just talking shit, or he probably knew something, but I don't think that he was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you this money and go in the hospital and go do woo 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. but I do know that something happened to him. Now I don't think. Are you serious? Easy E was Jerry Heller's boy. Jerry Heller would have never did that to Easy. No. Not at that time. Listen, man. Jerry Heller seen Easy E pretty much almost like his child, man. Listen, NWA was NWA, but in Jerry's eyes, Easy was bigger than NWA. He'd have never did Easy like that. No. Hell no. Too much money to make with him. All right, I ain't gonna get into that. If y'all think he got backdoored, then I ain't gonna argue. How did Jay Sanders get hidden? What Jay Sanders say? Sin and Suge Pocket, Lord, save him, Lord. Oh man, bring him back, man. Don't block that man for that. That's just his opinion. That's his opinion. Unhide that nigga. He just got his own opinion. I'm not God. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in no nigga pocket, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bring the little nigga back. Don't block him for that. Let the little nigga have an opinion. But yeah, man, me personally, I think that was some other shit. My whole point is, man, you know what I mean? That shit ugly. My whole point is, man, you guys need to be watchful, careful, and hope that God be merciful and stop evangelizing your dick. You know, stop it. The pleasures of pussy, I can't lie. There's no words within Webster's Collegiate Dictionary to define some of the beautiful feelings you'll feel, especially in the days of your youth, and especially if you take care of your body, you know, even as you get older. But at the same time, as great as pussy is, you know, it's not that great to be sitting over there having some full-blown AIDS. No. Listen, and I done had some good ass pussy, but the pussy ain't been that motherfucking good to me for me to be sitting over there dying, you know what I mean, even at this age, and for me to be ugly as hell in the casket. And see, I got a roasting ass family. I got cousins and shit. They'll sit up there and see me in that casket. Ooh, shit, Phil died ugly as hell. Look at him. He don't even look the same. I got some ignorant people in my family. If I sit up there and die to that shit and I'm in the casket looking a fool, I got some family members that's gonna be roasting. Like, look, I love him, but man, he used to talk all of that shit. This how you died, cuz? Cousin died ugly as hell. It's not a pretty sight. I'm reaching for your soul. For the young people that's listening to me, you might be in college right now. You about to go to college, you know, or you just young and active and doing your thing. Hey man, you need to be watchful. P, what you mean you need to be watchful? Meaning that, as I like to say, you need to observe and you need to stay preserved until you know who deserves your time. Always observe, stay preserved, stay to yourself. You know what I mean? Until you know who deserves your time. You can't just be giving dick to anybody and everybody. Fuck no. Stop evangelizing your dick. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what these bitches, and let me say this. Hey man, these bitches is motherfucking Oscar Award winning actresses and shit. Some of these so-called square bitches didn't have more motherfucking sexual partners than what you consider the hoes to have. Some of these bitches got hoes beat. Some of these square bitches that you think they're squares got, you understand me, hoes on Figueroa beat. The hoes on Fig can't even compete against some of these squares, you understand me, that y'all sitting over there looking at as squares. Do you not understand that some of these, and let me say this, you know what's nasty about some of these square bitches? Oh, I just gotta be, I know some of y'all gonna be offended, but I gotta bring the sword. What's nasty about not all square women, but there's a great percentage within the population of square women that love having unprotected sex. And if they see a man that's handsome, clean cut, and he look like he don't have it, she opening up them legs. she's not going to make him pull out a condom. If he's handsome, especially don't let him have a church background. You know, if he look clean cut, if he got that pastor look or the pastor son type of look to him, she giving that pussy up, fam. She not gonna ask him to pull out no condom. She not. I'm telling you what the Lord loves. I'm telling you the truth. I'm giving to you like it is. Them square bitches be having raw dog unprotected sex. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying a good percentage within the population of so-called square bitches, they are having unprotected sex. They're doing the butt all night long. Yeah. You know what I mean? They doing it. I'm just keeping it all the way 100. They love raw dick. You got square bitches that'll even tell you, I don't like the way condoms feel. You know, how many of you niggas didn't heard that? Can we just keep it 100? We ain't talking about hoes right now. We talking about squares. So-called squares. You know, I don't like the way condoms feel. That's why I like to be, personal and intimate with my man. That's why I don't like to share my man with nobody, because I like to have unprotected sex. I don't like the way condoms feel. I want to feel all of you. Yeah. Do me a favor, man. Get them likes all the way up to 1,000. Condoms make me itch. Listen, if you dealing with a bitch that say condoms make her itch, get away from her right now. If you've been fucking on some bitch that say the condoms make her itch, you need to leave her alone right now. Right now. I would sit up there and use condoms, but condoms make me, I don't like the way it feel. Like, yeah. Leave her alone. Leave her alone, man. Yeah, she trying to put you in a cold circumstances. And let me say this to the women. Y'all gotta, mature up. I've been noticing that with y'all. Y'all gonna have to woman up. I've seen preachers and teachers and pimps, cut, criticize, and minimize and verbally crucify the men. And you know what men have to do? Men the fuck up. Anytime somebody say something, any type of criticism to you women, it's always, well, you just can't put that all on the women. What about the guys? No type of accountability. You got bitches right now that's trying to go in on TD Jakes because he said something that actually he been saying since the motherfucking 90s. You can go actually find video footage. He done said that shit in the 90s. Come on now. But you got bitches that's sitting over there making ugly jokes about TD Jakes because he finally told you motherfucking bitches about yourselves. Anytime a man holds the mirror to y'all or say anything that's contrary to your liking, it's like, well, what about the men? What about the men? But what about you can't, but it's just no type of accountability with y'all. None. You gonna have to woman the fuck up. All that crying and bitching and shit like that and talking to other little soft ass bitches like you know what I mean? You gonna have to leave that alone. Some of y'all got some soft ass girlfriends and shit and they weak too. And if you keep talking to they weak ass, you gonna stay weak just like your little weak ass friends. You know what I mean? Your weak ass sit up there and call your other little weak bitch friends and y'all sitting over there having a whole weak ass conversation. Yeah, girl, and I just don't like, you know what I mean? And see, okay, but the reason why, we're men is because woo, 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 woo. And then, you know what's so cold? If you watch that message that TD Jakes just did not too long ago in its entirety, he went in on the men. But they only showed the clip where he was talking to the women, and guess what they do? Do what women do, emotionally react and not mentally respond to the message. Accountability. And you weak ass niggas gotta stop anytime God sends a man, you know what I mean, to sit up there, you understand me, and hold the mirror to the women. Your weak mama raised ass gotta stop snatching the mirror out the messenger's hand. Stop trying to snatch the mirror out the messenger's hand, man. Let these bitches be accountable for their iniquities. Come on, man. Anytime a messenger come, anytime the game send a messenger, here comes some old weak, I love my mama, but I hate my daddy ass nigga. Some old male Jezebel weak ass nigga. You understand me? Oh man, oh my God. You're being bitter. That's mean spirited. Get your gay ass out of here. You peanut butter, you one of them peanut butter boys. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? All these old weak ass niggas, you know what I mean? You just being mean spirited. That's not nice. The truth ain't always nice. And so again, I say, you have some very promiscuous square prostitutes that's giving up, you know what I mean, the pussy as if it was a scripture in the Bible that gave them a mandate to do it. You guys is being stupid right now. This is what happens when you allow your dick to lead the way. Because we got a whole population of hot mamas. You know what I mean? She got that hot pussy. She working for UPS. She dropping packages off, but you wouldn't know that because you too busy looking at the ass and the titties, and you know you ain't did no investigation. You ain't had no conversation to investigate. You're not doing a thorough research. You're not making her go get checked out. You know, listen, we living in an era right now is crucial. It always been, but it's even more crucial. A lot of them broads, you know what I mean, in your community right now that's walking around with that fat ass and them big titties. Yeah, she's working for UPS. She dropping them packages off. See, once you get spiritual minded, you'll be able to look past flesh, and you'll be able to see the unclean and demonic and satanic spirits that people are possessed by. Once you govern by the game, you will see the gameless individuals who allow their heart to govern basically their actions and behaviors on a day-to-day basis. And whenever you're dealing with a population of people who are led by lust, that are led by, you know what I mean, their hearts, man, these are people that do anything. Their emotions is leading them. You can't trust nobody like that. Not in this capacity that I'm speaking of. Do you know how many love-starved broads is out here? All you got to do is tell her that you love her and she dropping her panties. It's a population of bitches out here that's so love-starved that a man does not even have to be handsome. He ain't got to have no money or none of that. If he got a cold conversation with him and he know how to put that I love you shit up in there and he say it in the right tone, he got it. She dropping them draws. And he can fuck with no condom. Ain't it sad how if you ask a woman to read sometimes, excuse me, I don't want to disrespect women. Ain't it sad how if you ask a female that profess to be a woman, you know what I mean, to read or go to the gym or do something productive, you know what I mean? Sometimes you'll get an argument, you'll get a reply instead of a comply, instead of a apply. You know, she gives a negative reply, but when it comes to sex, it ain't no problem, man. All of these criticism towards hoes, you know what I mean? Why you think a lot of these tricks is trying to rape hoes? Because they know these hoes is using condoms. I ain't talking about crackatoots. I ain't talking about square prostitutes. I'm talking about hoes that's being governed by pimps. They using condoms. A real hoe gonna sit up there and even use a condom jagging off a trick's dick. She ain't even jagging off a trick dick without a motherfucking condom. You understand me? But you have some religious squares or educated squares that don't even have any type of standards in the capacity that I'm speaking of. They about to go to the club tonight. with her educated self, with her so-called dignified self. And if the right, charming, handsome man come along, smelling good, looking good, and got the right car that's looking good too, oh yeah, she giving it up. Yeah, she tooting it up and giving it up. Yeah, she sucking dick till he got to file for sperm bankruptcy. Yeah, she gonna do it. Uh-huh. With her dignified ass. With her educated ass. With her religious ass. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? That's why I told you, man. Don't let the appearance beat in the motherfucking interference. You guys, and let me also tell you this. I gotta slide this in too. Hey man, by these bitches not doing a thorough research on the guys that they fuck with, you know these bitches be fucking with dudes that be fucking with dudes. And then watch this. It used to be a time where it was deception. It used to be a time where niggas was on the low, when they was on the homo, but they was on the low with it. You know what I mean? They was on some, in the closet shit. But no, we in an era now where a nigga can tell a bitch that he fuck niggas too, and a bitch will still get out. Fam, I'm telling you, in this era that we in right now, you shouldn't be fucking the way you be fucking. Them bitches that you just be getting at the gas station and all of that, at the bus stop, man, you don't know who you just let in your car. You don't know what she got in her body. In this generation, you can't afford to move like that. You cannot afford to move like that. A man can allow, in this era that we living in now, a nigga can let it be known that he, his confused ass might tell the bitch he bisexual. And in this era, these bitches not gonna say, well, he deal with me and so I ain't gonna fuck with him no more. No. Don't you see how the enemy is moving? He's making homosexuality and so-called bisexuality more acceptable. Every time they look up, they seeing a homosexual dance on stage. What's his name? Bucci, Saucy Santana. Every time you look up, you'll see some guy, he might be a makeup artist or he might do something, and you'll see a whole thing of bitches in the comment section saying, oh, girl, he's so motherfucking fine and handsome. Ooh, I hate that he on the other side. I think I could change him. And then you'll see bitches in the comment section, girl, I was thinking the same motherfucking thing. I think it's hope for him. I'm just telling it like it is. This is this is a very demonic era. You cannot move like that. These bitches will sit up there, you understand me, and suck and fuck on a gay man and then come and kiss you in your mouth and suck and fuck on you, nigga. You niggas better get it together. You can't move like that no more. Fuck wrong with you? Hold on. Yeah, you can't move like that no more. What's wrong with you? These women don't even see nothing wrong with being a homosexual no more. A nigga can walk right out the room with his man. You know what I mean? And sit up there and kiss her. That's the generation that we living in. Hey man, listen. I'm about to fuck y'all up. I didn't want to go there, but I'm gonna go there. The one of the reasons why I'm saying this, because I actually had somebody, she actually told me that she seen a guy bully a dude and made this dude get on his knees. And as Melvin said, and baby boy made him get on his knees and fix it. And guess what that did to her? Got her pussy wet. She said it made my pussy wet when he did it. Oh, I know some of y'all like, what the fuck? Yeah, I know. Instead of her saying, oh my God, this nigga gay as hell. How could you do this? Why are you putting your dick in this man's mouth? She said her pussy got wet as hell. She said it turned her on. So I'm here to tell you that it's a huge population of, she ain't the only one. She ain't the only one. This is not your grandmama's generation no more. This ain't your mama's generation no more. This is 2022. We are in the day of the demon, the day of the demonic. They on demon time. We in an era where people brag about being on demon time. When have we ever bragged about being on demon time? Look at the shit they brag about. Look at the shit that women accept from so-called men. Guys laughing about being petty. Yeah, I'm petty. I stay on some petty shit. You so petty. Bitches don't want to admit that they've given a license to these guys to be effeminate, to be homosexual, and to act like they bisexual when they really homosexual. That bisexual shit ain't nothing but some confusion. The nigga a homosexual. That's all I know. I don't believe in bisexuality. It's just homosexuality, a homosexual trying to confuse himself. You know. I like men and women and yeah, I hear you. But if you really like women, you wouldn't do what you do. If you really possess what you profess to have for women, for love for women, you wouldn't even be doing what you're doing with men, partner. I'm telling you guys that you are stupid to be fucking the way that you fucking. Fuck that big ass, fuck them big titties, and fuck that pretty ass face. You better go on a motherfucking mental safari with that bitch and find out her history. You better take that bitch to the motherfucking clinic. You better get that bitch checked out. She better show you them papers. You understand me, that she ain't working for UPS and she ain't carrying packages around this bitch. Oh man, oh she cool. She went to what's her name, church. Hey man, there's some bitches that got diseases, you know what I mean, that's up in church too, man. Some of the most promiscuous motherfuckers that I've ever met, man, was up in the church house. Don't get me started. That college shit, that church shit, that 2-parent background, hey, they can have all them nice little biographies, man. Hey, fuck that. Your health is above all of that. Now, we do have a population of women that do not get down like that. If they found out that a dude is a homosexual, he immediately cut off. But you know what's the fucked up part about them? Is that by them being led by their heart, as the scripture says in Jeremiah 17:9, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. By them being led by their emotions, by them being led by temporary lust instead of the Spirit of God, they can run into a guy that's fresh out of prison, that used to hold hands with a man, you know, when he used to walk the yard. I've seen it. This one dude that when I was at High Desert, this nigga had a family, and I felt bad, man, because his mother, I think that might even been, man, I'm saying the mother of his child, that was that man's wife. His wife used to travel to come see him for visitation. But what his wife ain't know is when she be at the house with the kids and taking care of business since he locked up, this nigga be walking the yard with his man. This nigga got a little woman on the yard, and it's a dude. And that little dude that he used to be in a relationship with had a friend that was named Hood Rat. Oh man, if you was in High Desert State Prison, you know sin ain't lying. You women need to seek God. Woe unto them that don't seek God. Woe unto them that have not a prayer relationship with God. Woe unto them that don't abstain and refrain from fornication. Oh, I had to give it to you because I love you. But check this out. A woman to be led by her feelings and her lust, and some old charming homosexual, you know what I mean, that's in shape, fresh out the pen, you know what I mean? It might not even be fresh out the pen, he just charming. And he got a cool appearance. He look healthy. The bitch going. And he done been with men. He done sucked and fucked on men and got sucked and fucked by men. All of this shit. And the bitch going. She having raw, unprotected sex with this homosexual. You niggas better stop playing out here in these streets. You know your ass broke. You don't got no Magic Johnson money, boy. If your ass gets sick, guess what? Your ass gonna die. You don't got no Magic Johnson money. You ain't fucking nobody that got Magic Johnson money. So guess what? Your ass gonna be out of there. You gonna be out of there. So it's imperative, you understand me, for you to love and protect yourself. I'm not just talking about using condoms. People talking about using condoms. Condoms break. Last time I checked. But guess what? Salvation don't. You know what's the greatest protection? You know what I mean? From a sexually transmitted incurable disease. You know what's the greatest protection against all of these diseases that we talking about and the consequences, you know what I mean, of all this shit I'm talking about? Living for God. Doing what God called you to do. That is the best protection that you can have against AIDS, syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea. What's that other shit I'm trying to think of? Come on, help me out. I'm trying to think of that other shit, the C word, chlamydia. So yeah, chlamydia, all of that shit. Salvation and sanctification is your protection against all of that. That's better than using a condom. Seeking God and waiting till God bless you with the man that he called you to be with according to his divine will, woman. That is the best protection that you can have against all of them diseases. You want to be protected from diseases, man? The best protection that you can have against all of them diseases is doing what the word of God instructed you to do. It's following peace with all men and holiness without no man shall see the Lord. It's following the will of God for your life. That'll protect you from gonorrhea. That'll keep you from repeating my history with gonorrhea and making history saying that I've never had no contact with none of them diseases. That is the best protection that you can have, is being safe in the will of God. Amen. I had to give it to you like that because I love you. You know what I'm saying? I had to give it to you like that because I love your soul and I don't want you to be lost. The game that I just gave you, that's greater protection than a condom. That's greater protection than birth control can ever give you. Self-control in the will of God is greater than birth control. That's what you need. You know? So I don't mean to, I'm not going to condemn you to hell, because those that know me, I'm not a saved, a righteous man, a holy man, none of that. I'm a backslider. I'm a fool of fools, the chief of fools. But God is just using a fool as a yielded vessel to tell you, don't be foolish. You don't know when the mercies of God will run out on your life. Just because God has been merciful to you this far, don't mean that he going to keep being merciful to you. If you know that you've been living a life with no structure, if you know that you've been promiscuous, if you know that sometimes you done stuck your dick in some places where you know that, like, Lord, am I about to die? And you know you shouldn't be fucking any time where you sitting over there fucking somebody and you like, damn, I definitely got to go to the clinic tomorrow. If you fucking some bitch that look like Flavor Flav in the face, you know what I'm saying? But she had a cold body though. You know what I'm saying? She had big lips. And they was, it was 3 a.m. and you touch somebody and say, sometimes we just be driving around. You just be moving around strange hours of the night. How many know about strange hours of the night? And maybe you was in a little town, or maybe you live in a city where everything closed at midnight, or everything closed at 2 o'clock. But you just wanted to get in a little something. You didn't want to be alone. Tell somebody and say, I don't want to be alone tonight. I look too good to be alone tonight. You know? So you was just driving around, moving around, campaigning around in the wee hours, of the night, looking to get into something. And then as you sit up there and seen this liquor store, you seen this old fat booty, just gang banging ass booty, hips saying hello before her mouth do, thighs everywhere. Her face looked like Luke Gossett Jr. Her face looked like Tasha K. Let me stop. The bitch looked like James Baldwin in the face, but she had a hell of a body. And she looked like she about to suck dick, till another millennium come. She looked like she got some bomb ass pussy. She looked like she ain't no lazy bitch. She about to throw that shit back. You know what I'm saying? And you was just moving around in the wee hours of the morning, man. You seen that fat booty ass bitch, and it was dark outside. You looked around, made sure with nobody gonna see you talking to this ugly ass bitch. Cause she think that a motherfucker, but her face is not in the will of God. Praise him. And you begin to talk to her, and next thing you know, man, hey man, hey. I'm here to tell you, stop. Yeah, we used to call, right, tip drills, bust downs. Yeah, them tip drills, them late night tip drills. Yeah, leave that alone. We're in the era now, you can't be messing with, you understand me, tip drills. If she looked like Forrest Whitaker in the face, she might not have nothing, but you shouldn't be messing with that anyway. You gotta have to raise up your value. Tell somebody and say, raise your value up. Tell somebody and say, get some standards about yourself. Tell somebody and say, look up 24-hour fitness, see if a gym open right now. You need to go work out. You need to get that sexual feeling off you. Your pussy too wet. You know what I mean? Your thing, something is moving and it ain't the spirit, man. You need to hit the gym. Hit the gym, work that shit out. Take all of that strength and that energy. I promise you're going to be a strong motherfucker. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Bitch look like Forrest Whitaker in the face, man. Rest in peace. Bitch looking like Anthony Mason. Got a mixture of Anthony Mason mixed with a little Xavier McDaniel in the face. Look up them people and you'll see what I mean. She got that going on. Nah, leave that alone. Leave that alone. Let me see. All of them late night tip drills that you've been having fun with, leave that alone, man. Yeah, all of the, no. But seeing, man, that's one bitch that I can count on, you know what I'm saying? If this bitch acting bougie, or this one bitch that's gonna always come through. But that's the sad part. She come through, but you ain't the only one she coming through for. So we gotta leave that alone. So listen, I hope that something was said that to compel you to love yourself just a little bit more. I hope that something was said to compel you to live uprightly and justly. You know what I mean? And even if you don't believe in God, if you foolish enough to be an agnostic or an atheist or whatever you profess to be, hopefully, you know what I mean, you will increase in self-love. Make some deposits of self-love within thyself. Love thyself. Love you. You're too valuable. You are too valuable, man, to die before your time. Amen. Some of us are doing some things that if we don't stop doing it, we're going to accelerate to our expiration date before the appointed time. You need to stop doing that. We don't know when God's grace and mercy, won't be renewed and it'll go bankrupt on our lives. You need to really cut that out and stop taking the mercies of God for granted. All right? Well, I will be back. Hopefully. I said hopefully now. I don't, know if I technically be back at that time, but some of y'all gonna be in bed. But if I don't come back at midnight, I'll come back tomorrow because I got some topics to speak on. And y'all already know regarding the death of these young people dying left and right. Lord, I'm tired. When I tell you I'm tired of doing videos like this. That's why I wanted to get these out the way. I'm tired of doing death videos. I don't even like looking at the channel and seeing that shit. I'm so tired of doing death videos. I'm tired of that shit. But I understand that the young people need to be ministered to and talked to. So again, if I come back at midnight, you know, man, you already know what I'm about to get into. But if I don't, then we'll just set up shop tomorrow. But I love you guys. Blessings to all of you, and do me a favor, get my likes up on this video. I need all the likes that I can get on this video. Get all the likes up. Blessings to everybody. I hope y'all live as long as you want. Never want as long as you live. I'm going to put the link to my Patreon. Make sure you come to the Patreon, man. Love y'all. I'm gone.